I make $5,000 a month. Not super rich, but definitely comfortable. But I had this coworker who made half of what I did, and he always seemed happier. He was less stressed, had better relationships, and just seemed more present. So, I decided to try a little experiment. For 3 months, I would live like I made only $2,500 a month. I'd hide the rest, just pretend it didn't even exist. And what I discovered made me question everything I thought I knew about money. Here's the thing nobody wants to admit. More money doesn't solve money problems. I remember when I made $3,000 a month, I thought if I just made $5,000, I'd be set. Then I got the raise, and somehow I still felt broke. Why? Because my lifestyle expanded faster than my income. A better apartment, a nicer car, more expensive habits. Psychologists call this the hedonic treadmill. No matter how much you have, you just adapt and want more. Week 1 of my experiment was a shock. I moved that extra $2,500 to a separate account I couldn't easily touch. My rent was $1,100. That left $1,400 for everything else. Food, bills, fun. That's about $45 a day. My first instinct was pure panic. But then I reminded myself, millions of people live on this, every single day. The first sacrifice hit hard. My friends planned a weekend trip, hotel dinners, activities. It was going to be about $400. On my real budget, that's no problem. On my fake budget, impossible. I had to say no, and you know what? The world didn't end. My friends went without me, and we just hung out the next weekend at someone's apartment instead. It cost me $0, and honestly, it was just as good. I realized, FOMO, the fear of missing out, is incredibly expensive. You spend money on experiences you don't even want that badly, just because you're terrified of being left behind. Week 2, I faced my coffee addiction. $5 every morning adds up to $110 a month. So, I bought a $20 French press. That one simple investment saved me almost $80 in the first month alone. But here's what really surprised me. Making my own coffee became a calm, intentional part of my morning routine. The rushed coffee shop version was stressful. The home version was actually better. I started doing the same with my work lunches. I'd been spending $300 a month on mediocre sandwiches. So, I started meal prepping on Sundays. It took about 2 hours and cost $40 a week. I saved $260 a month and started eating healthier. The poor version was an upgrade. By week 3, I noticed something strange. My wealthiest friend drove a 10-year-old Honda. My boss brought lunch from home every single day. My neighbor, who owned 3 rental properties, seemed to wear the same 5 outfits. Meanwhile, the people I knew who were drowning in debt had the newest phones and luxury cars. It hit me, looking rich and being rich are completely different things. Most millionaires live in middle-class neighborhoods. They drive used cars. They shop at normal stores. They'd rather be rich than look rich. And here I was, converting my income into stuff as fast as it came in. In month 2, I stopped caring what people thought. A coworker asked why I never went out for lunch anymore. I just told her the truth. I'm trying to save money. I expected judgment, but instead she said, "That's smart." 2 other coworkers agreed. It turns out everyone was stressed about money. They were just pretending they weren't. Within a week, 4 of us were bringing our lunches and eating together. We saved money and actually became closer friends. Real confidence isn't about impressing people with money you don't have. It's about not caring what they think of your spending. At the end of month 3, I checked my hidden account. $7,500 saved. But more importantly, my entire relationship with money had changed. I no longer felt like I needed things to be happy. My apartment was smaller, but it felt more like a home. My social life was cheaper, but way more genuine. I wasn't performing anymore. I was just living. and it cost a fraction of what my old life did. Here's what I learned. Happiness has a price ceiling. After your basic needs are met, more spending doesn't really increase your joy. The simple life isn't a downgrade. It's an upgrade, disguised as a sacrifice. After the 3 months were over, I didn't go back to my old ways. I gave myself a few small luxuries, sure, but 90% of my old spending, I didn't miss it at all. I'd been spending out of habit, not for happiness. So here's my challenge to you. Try to live on 30% less than you make. For just 30 days, see what happens. You'll probably discover that most of what you're re-spending money on isn't actually making your life better. Cut it out, and you'll have more money, more time, and more clarity. True wealth isn't about having everything you want. It's about wanting nothing you don't have. And that's something you can have right now. No raise required. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, give it a like and subscribe for more.